So I'm gonna start kind of our basic GT out of the gun, 10 personnel, and what I'm gonna try to go with you guys is just kind of how we, and it didn't always go in this order. Some clips you're gonna see from this year, some clips you're gonna see from 2007, and I just kind of want to show you the progression. And a lot of the stuff we do, you go to our quick screen game, a lot of GT stuff, like when I'm going to talk about bubble real quick in here, but a lot of this stuff is on the quick screen off this run game. And so if you watch that after you watch that'll help a little bit. So, man, again, 10 personnel, and it's pretty simple. Um, we're getting GT pull. We're reading that backside end. If he closes, quarterback pulls, and he's a runner, right? This was day one. This is Sean Robinson from 2008. I believe, and we're running counter off to read, no bubble, just every receivers blocking. But man, we're just making it simple, just like the zone read, reading that backside end. But you can see toes on heels, mesh to mesh. We want to go hip to hip with that mesh, reading that end. This one's from this year, and now we got a bubble tag, but man, we're still reading that end. Quarterback does a bad job blocking, but we're running GT to the short side and gets upfield. It's a give read. All right, we got 3-by-1. We're going to run GT to the left, getting a little pressure, gap scheme. He should be reading this backside, front side end here for us. I can't see the number. This guy right here. His eyes are here. I think we got a bubble tag on this, but if he gets upfield, it's a give. Obviously, if he closes, we're going to pull it and run it with the quarterback. 2-by-2 set, no different. So what was happening, and like this is from 2013. So we have a mix of plays, but what was happening back in 2006, 7, and 8 was now the defense has control. They can say, hey, we get pulled away. We're going to get upfield, make you hand it to your running back. Maybe your quarterback's a stud, and we say, hey, we're going to make your running back beat us. Or we're going to close down and make your quarterback pull. If he's a statue, they can make him run. And we were at the mercy of the defense in a way, right? They're controlling to me who's getting the ball if they want to. And so that's where we had to adapt a little bit. And I didn't have a tailback. So we don't do this a ton. I'm actually anti-pitch. I like the bubble and stuff more. But this is in 2008. We would run, man, this is all it is triple option, right? Pitching, reading the end. If he closes, pulling. And we're blocking the pitch guy here. But, man, we're running triple option basically out of the gun. And this is true zone. This was 08. This wasn't even GT, but I just wanted to show it that, man, I probably have ran this 2 or 3 times in 15 years, the actual pitch. But this is where it evolved from. And that's kind of a way. Second way we decided, hey, if the end's going to try is quarterback GT, probably my favorite play. And now, obviously, they're reversing reads, but the running back is going to take the backside end away from GT. He's going to make sure he doesn't follow the tackle here. The big thing is we just don't want him following and making tackle on the quarterback. So we're going to match. He's going to get flat, and we're going to cut that. Whoever first thing comes off that tackle's butt, I tell him I don't care if they get upfield. Let them get upfield. But the quarterback's going to hit GT to the left here. Mesh. Hit it again. Like I said, this is 2008. And we had a good quarterback, so we had kind of started doing a lot of this stuff. Same thing, quarterback counter. So there's an automatic set run for the quarterback. That running back's got backside, basically B to C gap. Anything that center's blocking back, first thing that shows. And we're running counter 2. So this is this year even, man, but still, hey, still one of my favorite plays, quarterback counter. And now we usually got RPOs with it a lot of times, different than a little bit of 2007. But same play. So this is 2008, and I know everyone thinks Bash is new, but man, what was happening was teams in 7 and 6 thought, okay, running back here, they're running GT this way, they can run quarterback this way. So the end again, we had a great quarterback. They could control what we do, so we started doing what we call switch, bash, whatever you want to call it. We're reverse reading it now, and it's not like quarterback counter. This running back is going to get flat, cross the toes. We're going to run GT this way to the left, and we're going to read this end. If he gets upfield now, because they're told, hey, stay upfield, make him give it to the running back. The quarterback can pull and run GT. If he closes, we give it to the running back. Like I said, this is 2008 here. We're doing this. He's reading that in. That running, you see the receivers are blocking, and his eyes go to the opposite end. But now it changed. What it did in 10 personnel was change that, made again, they're not dictating to us so much. We could dictate to them a little bit more on who was getting the ball and who wasn't. So that was kind of a way after 06, 07 for us. Because, man, we were still more of a 10 personnel team. I hadn't quite got those tight end H-backs in where we could keep them in. And this was kind of an answer for us. So this is this year, man, still running the bash stuff with off counter. You can still run it off zone. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. But reading that backside C gap. Now this year, this was in 13, we were doing this, and now people were saying, oh, if he's in front of the quarterback, if he's away, they like their, and we do a lot of power read, and we were doing power read in 2008 and 9 too, same thing. But when he's flat, they're doing a lot of that stuff. Well, we said, all right, let's run this bash stuff, but off the pitch. And so we're going to run counter to the field here. We're going to still read the end. If he closes, we're going to pitch it, but same concept. Just again, trying to not let the defense get an advantage each year. Hey, they're smart and they kind of find out those clues and keys, and just trying to always stay ahead of it. Here, but it's just bash off the pitch. So you see the GT's going to coming over here wide. Quarterback reads the DN. Man, a little bit quicker hitter, I think, than the mesh. Gets out there a little bit quicker. And we still do this quite a bit. Not as much, I would say, but we still do it. But I like that option, like that different look off of the bash. Now we'll do it. We'll run our fly sweep, and we'll still do this, and we'll read this some, and sometimes we won't. It matters the year, sometimes matters the defense, but we'll get in condensed steps. We'll fly sweep, and we'll run GT towards the away from the picture here. So, man, we're running it this way, but this fly guy, and we're going to read this in. And I like running fly sweep like this because we're not a zone team, and if we start reaching, we're not very good. So I might as well try to split the defense in half, read it. And like I said, we don't even read this half the time because I know that DN's not going to get it. And this is kind of the way we run our stretch fly sweep. And we can do this out of spread. This is a condensed set. Now we got 3 guys leading out, the running back and the 2 receivers. But you see it's GT away. We're not running zone or fly sweep 2. So it's a version of bash, in my opinion, just off the fly sweep and stuff like that. This is stuff this is my favorite. This has been our bread and butter, I would say, since probably 2006 off of the end. Now, if the end closes and I got a guy that I don't want to run, we're going to throw bubble, and we can pre-snap this, post-snap this, or triple option bubble. Again, matters the quarterback. But I have built in all 3 options, right? And that's what I love about it. And this was kind of our answer when we had Wes Lunt and even Will at the end in 2006 and 7 of being able to do this. When a lot of people were just running the quarterback or even running option off it, we started doing the bubble now, which again, you can watch on that quick screen, gets into this play. I wanted to show it and the evolution of how we did it in 10 personnel, but really I explained a lot more in those videos. And this is a way, I think this is great because it's spreading the field horizontally, vertically, splits the defense in half. They can't pursue. So you're still getting the beauty of this run game, splitting the defense, but now you're getting the ball in your athletes' hands and doing it in a different way. Here's kind of a triple off of it. So we're going to get GT this way. He's going to read the end. It closes. Now the great ones can come out a little bit, and just instead of pitching it like we were, now we're throwing it, right? Um, and again, that's when I think this is at its best and biggest threat, is when you got a quarterback that can do this. I think it's really hard to cover.